Like the lasagna. I cooked up the sauce and meatballs late Friday night. They've been sitting in the fridge. Today is Sunday. It's Sunday night now. So that's smelling really good after stewing in the fridge for a day. Over here I got my seasonings, including thyme, rosemary, basil, oregano, some salt, rosemary and Asiago cheeses, some fresh mozzarella, heavy whipping cream, some Parmesan Reggiano, an egg, which I'm going to throw in with the ricotta, and all those seasonings that all go together. I'm going to save the cream for a little later. I'm going to make a Alfredo sauce kind of thing to pour over the lasagna once it's cooked, and that will just involve the heavy whipping cream and these two cheeses, and I'll grate over the Parmesan Reggiano last. I also have some Italian parsley back here. I was going to throw that in the sauce. Didn't end up happening, so I'm going to use that as some kind of garnish, I think. I have one of these Pyrex cook pans. It's kind of shallow and kind of small. I feel like I'd eat like half of that. I'm so hungry. So I'm going to use this big pan instead. I've seasoned the ricotta with those spices and grated in some of this Asiago and Romano. I'm going to mix it all up. I'm going to throw in some more seasoning, and there's an egg in there too. It helps fluffy it up a bit. I think that's pretty well seasoned. Now I'm going to chop up some of these meatballs, and I also cooked them with some whole mushrooms. I just chucked some criminies right in there. So I'll probably slice up some of those too. Put that down as a bottom layer here, and then start with some noodles after that. Here's my first layer of chopped up meatballs and mushrooms and some sauce. I think I'm going to mix a little maybe Asiago cheese on there too to kind of hold it together. Through the cheese pretty quick, so maybe not grate that much more on this meat. I'm going to start with my noodles now. Very simple noodle arrangement, not going too crazy with this. I'm going to get some of this ricotta cheese mixture on here next. I got all that ricotta on there in one layer. And it's not too thick either. I don't know, maybe a third of an inch or something. Little noodle layer action. Put that other layer of meat on there, and this layer of noodles. Now I'm gonna grate a bunch of cheese over there, starting with this, I'll start by slicing up that fresh mozzarella. Well, that's how I'm looking. Grate all that cheese on there, a little of the Romano and Asiago after I did that fresh mozzarella. And of course, again, afterwards I'll do some of this Parmesan Reggiano. It's looking good for now, I think. One thing, I'm going to do some garnish this time. I'll get that on there a little bit better. Debate, I decide I am going to cover this. I'm just kind of making like a little tent over it, I don't want it to be down and touching the sauce at all. Toss this in the oven. Pull off my foil here and have a look. Yeah, it's getting pretty bubbly under there. Dripping a little bit, so I put some foil down to catch it. And I'll probably cover it, let go some more, really get those noodles cooked. Here's how it's looking. In some spots, the noodles start curling a little bit, so I'm going around with the knife and pushing it all down. I think I'm going to leave the foil off the rest of the time. Almost done. I think it'll brown up the cheese if I leave that foil off. So, yep, almost there. I think this lasagna is cooked. It looks good enough to me. And, yeah, I'll let it sit for a while. Ended up with real nice crunchiness on the cheese. I'm real happy about that. Here's a piece. I don't suggest cutting them in triangles like I did here. Kind of fell apart. It was tough to get out of the pan. I mean, it stayed together pretty good, but a square would have been easier. Got some toast on the side. I'll see you guys later.